All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the show. Sunday was cheat day for your old pal EZ. I worked fairly decent. I've worked fairly hard and having decent success during the week with appropriate eating. Felt really good about that. No real slip-ups at all. Sunday, we get together and we ordered a pizza. And I didn't let myself down at all. I had just 2 pieces and then a couple of those little garlic pizza bites. And I go, oh, yeah, that's nice. That'll do it, though. We don't want to eat any more than that. Actually, I only had 1 piece of pizza and then those garlic bites. So I was like, yeah, you want to take it easy. It's your cheat day, but don't go crazy. 3 pieces of pizza later and half of the thing of garlic. And then there was like a dessert with apples and cream and Snickers and caramel. I just killed it. Linda says, on the last Lost Zane recordings, I think you weighed in at 166. Yeah, right now I'm probably 186, 85. My face is fatter than ever. Even though I feel pretty damn good, frankly. I think I'm on the right path. I got to keep it going. But I think, it's got to be a slow haul. You can't be losing a ton of weight real fast. This fat here under my chin, it's fantastic. It's just there was a video I shot with Big Drew at the Grand Rapids Gold game. It was so fat. It was so pronounced, my fat ass chin, that audience member Jim Barry, I think is his name. Dr. Jim. He's a doctor, but he's not really a doctor. He has the education to be able to call himself a doctor. But if you fell down and you had a cut and you were bleeding and you said, is there a doctor in the house? And he came running over, you'd say, not you. He referred to me as EZ the Chin. All right. Anyway, it was completely grotesque. But no, the workouts are going fine. I got I've been doing my pull-ups and all my P90X shit. That's going great. I did yoga on Saturday. Absolutely awesome. So all systems go. Starman says, Easy the Chin sounds like a Dick Tracy criminal. I also saw images over the weekend of me in 2009. And it's like, wow. I also learned about something called biomarkers, which is similar to what I was just talking about, Easy the Chin. There are things that you can just observe a person and see if they're fucked up or not. So if anybody looked at my face right now and see the way all this fat hangs off my stupid face, that's a big biomarker. You take one look at my face and go, oh, he's going to die. That's where I'm at right now. But honestly, I feel awesome. I just had a snack. I've been measuring my food and counting my calories. I'm keeping the calories at a reasonable amount. I'm looking at about 1,800 to 2,000 a day. I just had my quarter cup of cashews, which is totally an indulgence, but it's a good protein source. I had that and a hard-boiled egg. That's it. Chris said chubby fingers. Biomarker. Sign of high blood pressure. Rebecca says join us in the fat-a-thon. Well, I kind of de facto am. But yeah, why not? Why not? I'll have a wait for you coming up on Monday. I don't want to do it on the day that is not the weigh-in day. So I'll start it on Monday with you all. And I will merge into the fantastic traffic that is our Fatathon members who have now lost 121.1 pounds between four of you. Now, granted, 70 of that is Jeremy, but he's been at it longer. But the rest of you, that's north of 50. All right, because I could stand to lose. The heaviest I was 194, 95, and now I'm at about 185. So I would love to be down about 160, somewhere in that range, maybe a little less. I just want to be lean and teeny weeny, teeny tiny, lean and mean. I don't know if that's even possible. Jeremy says, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of weird being an inspiration. I'll try to stay humble about it, though. Well, you are. You are living proof that all people have to do, and you made it very, very clear. Your expertise, because you have a master's degree, you're getting a high-level degree of fat loss, of weight loss, how to do it. I think you indicated that it's all about the calories, right? It isn't so much about what you're eating. It's about the calories. So you want sound food decisions with not a lot of calories. Like if you ate 5 slices of white bread, that's not exactly a strong calorie, not a nutrient-rich calorie that you're eating. Calories and calories burned during a day. I just heard from our pal Adam Balboa. He reached out to me with a story that just happened to him the other day. Do you ever have anyone in your life who, because this came up to him, it popped into his brain because of the shit that I say to people, like when I talked my way into that poor lady who was pregnant to telling me that she lost the baby when I was asking too many questions, or how I always have a Larry David moment, as Nick likes to describe it, when I say or ask a question. It's just, God, fucking, yeah, you mean well, but you sound like an idiot. Adam encountered that guy. He gave me a little background on this. He said that the dude is a young 17, 18-year-old, but he seems a little bit fucked up, like a little stupid. He's the guy who bragged about drinking cough syrup because he wanted to get drunk. Adam works at this, or he was at this gym lifting weights. He drops the kids off. They have their own daycare there at the gym. And guy who bragged about drinking cough syrup, thank you, Luke, for subscribing. The guy who drinks cough syrup is apparently one of the ones that's watching the kids, which is a bad feeling. But Adam's like, fuck it, I just want to get this workout in. I'll keep one eye on them. There's other adults there, but whatever. Time passes. And the guy comes walking out and sees Adam. He goes, hey, I got a question for you, Mr. Adam. And Adam's like, yeah. And the guy said, point blank, are your kids autistic? Now, Adam kind of like sidestepped this one and wanted to say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, they're not, but even if they were, what type of dumb fuck, other than me, would say, hey, are your kids autistic? I mean, essentially, he's saying your kids are retarded, or your kids are, well, not retarded, but you know what I mean. Your kid's got the tism. What the fuck? This just happened to him. He said, Tyler says Adam should have gone Rocky on his ass. What an idiot. I would say you chalk that up to 18-year-old guy. That's kind of within reason. Guys are so stupid. Thank you, Adam, for the story. Let's see. Rebecca says, I find that I do much better with calorie deficit than setting a strict diet. I can still allow myself a treat as long as it falls in my allowed calories per day. She adds, dill pickles are my go-to snack. Sometimes I'll cheat and make a pickle wrap with some deli turkey and cream cheese. Oh, God, yes, those are great. That's the thing, though, where it tastes so good, and you can pull an Amanda, though. Next thing you know, you've eaten 5 whole pickles wrapped in a whole turkey leg with the whole thing of cream cheese. I don't know if it can't taste that great because then, like Amanda, that was her, hey, guys, keto cookie dough. It's great. And I tend to eat the same thing every day. Which I seem to be okay with. Like, I really look forward to the same thing every day. I haven't had an issue with that at once. And then I just kept working towards Sunday to be able to eat the pizza or the roasted garlic. By the way, I have that recipe I was telling you about. I talked about it in the first podcast. Let's see. This is what it looked. Tell me this doesn't look great. Oh my God. Now again, just because it's from Dr. Vegan doesn't mean it's low in fat or not, or won't make you a fat ass. You kind of start with this. This is what I was telling you about that you're roasting, but I chopped those bell peppers up. There they are. That's after they roast. Throw it in the blender. It looks like that. It looks like hot puke when you put it in the pan. And then you do all this action. You add the spaghetti, and that's what you get. Fantastic. That is in the show notes of the first podcast. As you know, I publish 2 audio podcasts a day, Act 1 and Act 2. There you go. And then, of course, the Patreon bonus podcast. Jeremy says, I want that recipe. It is in the show notes of the first podcast. But again, this is not diet food. You eat too much of that, you will get fat. All right. The Los Angeles Kings hockey team. Thank you to the 2 of you who sent this my way. Tyler sent it and Nick sent it to me. Nick W. You have a large Armenian population in the greater Los Angeles area. So they did a promotion to honor Armenian heritage. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not. One of several horrible things that have happened throughout humanity, the 2 that come to mind, well, the one that comes to mind for sure is the Holocaust. But before the Holocaust, about 1.4 million Armenians were slaughtered during the Armenian genocide by members of the Ottoman Empire, the Turks. It was they wanted Armenian land and were willing to kill Armenians to get it, and they did. Fast forward to 2025. Now that what happened there, that is what caused my ancestors to wind up in Iran. They literally walked from Armenia with the clothes on their back to Iran. My grandmother when she was a little girl, did that, walked into Iran. Here we are today. Turkey has not yet ever acknowledged it. Turkey has never said there was no genocide. Or that's all they've said is there was no genocide. That's all bullshit. Now, that's what you say. See, at least the Germans, okay? At least the Germans have turned it around. In the time from World War II and ending the Holocaust and freeing the concentration camp victims, the prisoners of war, at least Germany has, if you flash a fucking Hail Hitler, Elon Musk, my heart to yours, in Germany, you're going to jail. They're all about making sure that that never happens again. Or so they say. I happen to believe them. However, the Turks, not so much. There was a big to-do when Canada declared that Armenian genocide is a thing. The Canadians went out on a limb and said, we acknowledge the Armenian genocide, and Turkey said, fuck you. The United States has never done that. And part of the reason why is because the United States has a strong ally in Turkey from a military standpoint and a relationship standpoint. We have a Air Force base in Turkey. So the U.S. Is not acknowledging the Armenian genocide. That's been a big, horrible thing with Armenian Americans living here. Now, as you know, your old pal EZ is Armenian, but unfortunately, my dad never sent me to Armenian school. Which is a thing, by the way. What you do is you find the one Armenian school, you send your kid to it. My dad, when he got to the U.S., he's all about, hey, I'm Uncle Sam, guy, fuck Armenia. He's not that proud of his heritage, which is mind-boggling to me. All of my relatives that live on the West Coast, they all speak Armenian because their family came here and the kids went to Armenian school. They're, very much into their ethnicity. We are not. I speak one language. But that's why everybody thought to send me that story. So what the story is that the LA Kings, sorry for the length of this story, I'm kind of getting sidetracked in my own brain. The LA Kings host Armenian American Heritage Night, and they have a scarf. You get a free scarf with the colors of Armenia in the scarf. It says, LA Kings, we honor our Armenian Americans. But the fucking scarf was made in Turkey. So you get some guy named Garo Gabordian who gets his fucking scarf. He sits down for the big game and goes, hey, guy, what the fuck, guy? And so everybody got pissed off. So you got 15,000 Armenians at the fucking game, and they're lighting the fucking shit on fire. My God. And this eventually led to the LA Kings the LA Kings hockey team making an announcement.
Everybody involved, a robust evening for sure. But unfortunately, there was an error in the manufacturing of the scarves given out in the ticket package. And when alerted to this, the LA Kings and their merchandising partner, Rank and Rally, were deeply regretful. And we want to take this opportunity to apologize to all the Armenians and everybody else that might have been negatively affected. Now, you can go to the LA Kings Facebook page, get information on refunds and exchanges. And again, on behalf of all of us with the Kings, we are deeply apologetic.
All right. I hope you're able to make that out. I'll when you're listening to the audio version, it'll be boosted. So you'll be like, that sounds fine. So they had to go ahead and say, we are so sorry, and we're giving refunds for this. I think this is fucking hilarious. This is nothing. This is an accident, but it's not. I mean, who gives a shit if the Turks made it? Okay? I'd like to see what happens if you're the Turks making it, because there's going to be some place in Turkey where these things are being made. They went ahead and made them. I wanted to be a fly on the wall in scarf manufacturing facility when they got the order to make 15,000 Armenian scarves for this thing. Oh my God, is that great? I hope that no one actually is really upset. I would like to think that Armenians are made of tougher stuff than to be butthurt because they've got a scarf made by Turks. Man Bun Chris says, yeah, it's a great troll job on accident, LOL. It absolutely is. Tyler says the Turks were probably pissing on the scarves before they sent them out. My God. Jeremy says, LOL, I remember there was a Freeburn Hot Wings back with where you guys made meatheads speak devil for you. Well, that was Farsi. He speaks 3 languages, which is not easy if you think about it. My dad, and I keep hearing more and more, he's forgetting English. Is what I'm being told. Slowly but surely, his poor dementia brain is like words that don't, when he has a hard time talking about something, he'll dip back into Farsi. And then if that doesn't work, he dips further back into Armenian. God bless him. No, come on, don't be pissed off about that. I don't think there's anything to apologize for. I think they actually, I take it back. I think that they kind of have to. I just don't want anybody to get so worked up. Molly says that is so sad. I'm so sorry to hear. Easy. Oh, he's doing okay. He's strong. I think, by the way, he has a birthday coming up, which unfortunately I cannot make the birthday party this year because I'm really bottled up with some commitments here. That kind of breaks my heart. But he will be 91 on March 17th. All right. What was I going to talk about? There's something in there that speaking of dementia, I keep doing this lately. Forgetting what I was going to talk about. It was Man Bun Chris sent me the story. I guess this is causing all sorts of trouble in the world of soccer. God damn it, where is it? It's really, really funny. There's some stupid soccer team. The Houston, whatever the fucks, were getting ready to host the Miami Nobody Cares. And this was important, though, because the Houston, whatever the fucks, were hosting Miami, and Miami has Lionel Messi, who I think is like the most popular player in soccer. Isn't he old now, Lionel Messi? I thought that guy Mbappe, the French dude Mbappe, was like the best player in the world. Messi can't still be the best player in the world, right? Because if you're playing for a U.S. team, aren't you like shit at that point? Isn't that right in soccer? Like as soon as a international star joins an American league, isn't that like, okay, they're definitely at the end of their rope when it comes to their playing career. They're a huge pile of shit. He says most decorated. The MLS is the last big paycheck for the stars. So this is it. All right. So it's still a big deal. So when Messi shows up, when his team travels to other teams, the other teams can expect like a big pop attendance boom, if you will. And so the Houston team realized that Messi is coming from the Miami What's Their Fucks. So let's do a big promotion. And we're doing like price gouging, I guess. I think they're raising the ticket prices. Like the only way you could get in to see the Messi game was if you go ahead and buy 5 other tickets for 5 other games. Like they actually did that. So people are like, oh, fuck yeah, we're going to see Messi. He's the greatest thing in the world. Holy shit, he's so awesome. He's so great. So you're watching this old man play soccer. Chris says, easy, in addition, it's not as hard on the M for Mbappe. He said you made it. He says you make it sound like the Hanson song. Well, wait a minute. The name is Mbappe. We know that the Bappe parts sounds like Bappe. And there's an M before it. And the M does get pronounced. How do you just a little bit pronounce the M? Bappe. Bappe? See, that's no M. Bappe. This is a little M. Bappe. It sounds the same. So you can't get away with just a little M. Mbappe. It's Mbappe. 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 No, fuck you. I'm saying it the way I want to say it. So anyway, all these people spend all this fucking money for all these tickets for shitty soccer. And then Messi doesn't show up. So he wasn't even playing. The old bait and switch. The Houston Dynamos are excited to host Inter Miami CF. That's the name of the team, Inter Miami CF, at Shell Energy Stadium on Sunday evening. The recently shared player status report for the match did not include forward Lionel Messi, but it has been reported that he did not make the trip to Houston. Unfortunately, we have no control over who plays for our opponent. We look forward to hosting everyone tomorrow for what will be an incredible atmosphere and celebration of soccer for the city of Houston. To show, yeah, no, it's not. No one gives a fuck if Mbappe or Lionel or whoever the fuck, Lionel Messi doesn't show up. To show our appreciation, fans who attend tomorrow night's match can claim a complimentary ticket to a future Dynamo match this season. Additional details will be provided early next week. Bill writes, I was forced to buy a 5-game package to get this game, spending almost triple for the other games what I would spend on the resale market. I need someone to reach out about a refund. You asshole. You shouldn't be fucking spending that much money on anything, you dumb dick. Brett writes, did you hike ticket prices up for Messi? Now you need to save face because of your greed. Absolutely ridiculous. It's Houston versus Miami, and you should advertise it as just that. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You're not running the goddamn soccer team. I love that when people are like, no, you should do it the way, you should run your business the way I say you should run your business. Is it hilarious that the idiot didn't play? Yes. But what's horrible is these asshole soccer fans that act like they're running the goddamn show. Gerson writes, are you joking right now doing all of this because an opponent's player will not play? What an absolute joke of a club. This league will never be taken seriously. Well, dude, first of all, if it's soccer in the men's soccer in the U.S., it's not ever going to be taken seriously. Nobody gives a fuck about men's soccer, you assholes. By the way, join me for the Michigan Rangers games this year over at Davenport Multiplex or whatever the fuck it is. Join me, Coltron, and Man Bun Chris as we listen to rowdy, drunken fans scream at refs. I will tell you this. The Michigan Rangers games at Davenport are more hilarious and awesome and fun than this asshole league. Because this is the league where you show up and the fans are all like relatives of the players, and they get fucked up before the game. All right? And then when they're good and really bombed, they start to give the refs shit. If the home team is losing, the refs are fucking fucked. And the refs can hear everything. They just talk so much shit about them. I got so much joy out of listening to the moms and dads say horrible shit to the refs. And like the dads are all like 60 and the kids out there are like 29 playing in their work boots. Holy shit. Man Bun Chris says they're also in another competition right now. So he played earlier in the week. Messi, they want him to last the whole season, so they're giving him rest days. Funny, though, when clubs plan the whole attendance around him playing. Murder Lover Linda says, I bought tickets to a Pistons versus whoever LeBron was playing for at the time, and he was sitting on the bench, sitting a bunch of games at the times just to rest, and I was pissed. Man Bun Chris says it's like when people come to Rangers games and Easy is not there. Bait and switch. And I won't be at all the games. I will talk with you about the games that I can attend. I don't know off the top of my head. I just got the schedule from Chris. But I think he gave me like 5 games and I can only do like 2 or 3 of them. All right. Let's see. Piano Finger Banger says, let's see. What am I screwing up? Am I announcing? Dude, it's pronounced Lionel. Oh. Like lion? Rawr. So I don't say Lionel? I just didn't know, asshole. I wasn't mispronouncing it, fuckface. If I was, I wasn't doing it because I knew it. Fucking dummy. Are you sure it's Lionel? Aram says, what about the Iron Men games where Eric was insulting the players? Is that happening anymore? Interestingly, last year, I stopped doing it. And then this year, the season's just started just now, like last week. So I reach out and I go, hey, do you need a guy? And they go, yes, here's the games that we have. But it turns out I am already booked. Typically, their season is like late spring, early summer. Not this year. So that is an impossibility for me to get those games in because of my schedule with the other sporting franchises. Lionel. All right. Well, anyway, bumblefuck soccer team is being skewered over this. Speaking of skewering, there's a lot of skewering going on between Elon Musk and whoever his latest baby mama is. Actually, before I get to that, let me just mention first that Frank Fuss, if you need any help with your Obamacare policy, let's say Your boss does not offer insurance, you're self-employed, or you're in between jobs and you want a health care policy. The way this works is, let's say you've got you need health insurance. The government gives you a tax credit to pay for the premium, most of the premium, not all of it. And then at the end of the year, you square up with the government. They get paid back with your tax return. That's how Obamacare works. But when it comes to choosing the policy, that can be tricky. There's a lot of hoops that you have to jump through, T's to cross, I's to dot. Have Frank Fuss help you every step of the way. From anywhere in the U.S., reach out at buyinsurancehere.com. That's buyinsurancehere.com. There's a basketball game coming up tomorrow. And then a week from Saturday. So the 4th of March and the 15th of March are next two Grand Rapids Gold games. Tomorrow is a matinee at 11 a.m., so skip work and join me. Go to NBAGrandRapids.com. Side note, there will be no fresh podcasting for tomorrow. Just so happens that if I was just doing the Gold game, I would still do the podcasting. But the day is going to get old really fast because I've got to sit down with the Gins and do my taxes after the basketball game. And so that's kind of just going to shoot the whole day. So I will have four back-to-back episodes of the Patreon bonus podcast on the free platform. And on the Patreon podcast, I will have April 9th, 2010 of me and a different show back in the day. I call it Something to Listen to While I'm Away. A full show will be going on Patreon. Sign up free for 7 days at patreon.com/Eric Zane. But anyway, GrandRapidsGold.com. I should say NBAGrandRapids.com. Get yourself tickets for the Grand Rapids Gold, either for the matinee tomorrow or on Saturday the 15th. We had a hell of a time this week. Friday was a fantastic game. Gold came back and won for the Flint Tropics night. It was great. I get my haircut at King's Room Barbershop, and you should too. They've got 3 locations: Northland Drive, Caledonia, and at 821 36th Street. King's Room Barbershop, online at kingsroom.net. Go there for exact locations, hours, and schedules. kingsroom.net. All right. So I remember just a couple weeks ago we talked about Elon. I don't know what the hell the person's name, I forget, gave birth to one of his kids. And that was number 13. We talked a little bit about how dumb the kids' names are. Well, there was another baby mama who was about to pop at that time too, and she has given birth. This is Elon Musk's 14th child. And this is the mother here. I don't know how I feel about those eyes. I think they're interesting, but I'm kind of thrown off. She looks like I don't know if you ever saw Game of Thrones. Those fucking zombie fuckers with they had eyes that looked just like that. Game of Thrones Zombie King. Yeah, they had those fucking white eyes like that. That's who I see. Anyway, that's her. The article starts out, Elon Musk is truly going to colonize Mars, even if he has to do it himself, because he just welcomed his 14th child. I would feel bad because I would probably forget their names. You know, I wouldn't be comfortable with the fact that I'm sure that there's some of those kids who are going to like fall through the cracks, and he's just not even going to remember that he even has them. And I think that's kind of happening already. This time around, though, he was involved in announcing it. That is Siobhan Zillis, who I just showed you that picture of. He already had 3 kids with that person. Let's see. Siobhan Zillis made the announcement on X saying, discussed with Elon, and in light of beautiful Arcadia's birthday, we felt it was better to also just share directly about our wonderful, incredible son. The new one's name is Seldon Lycurgus. Seldonlycurgus. See, I don't know if these are made up names or has anyone ever been named these things? Like, is this the first person that's ever existed named Seldon Lycurgus? She adds, built like a juggernaut with a solid heart of gold. Love him so much. You know, what's interesting about these, well, now 5, is they look like any family at Disney World here. You know, at first glance, you would say this looks like a fantastic family, a growing family here. But they're totally fucked up. She did not reveal when the kid was born. Musk simply replied to the post with a heart, which, given the other baby mama drama he has been in lately, is a pretty big deal. Yeah, I don't even recall what the problem is. But I guess Ashley Sinclair. This is Ashley Sinclair. She apparently has sued Elon, which I don't know if that's a great idea. You're probably going to wind up dead. He is the most powerful man in the universe right now. Sued Elon last week, requesting sole custody of the child she alleges that they had together. Elon has yet to publicly acknowledge as his. 26-year-old claims Musk wants to keep the baby news quiet, and she alleges Elon has seen the baby boy only 3 times since the child was born sometime in September. Ashley makes it clear in her suit that Elon has had nothing to do with the baby's care and upbringing, and recently told TMZ Elon has ghosted her completely since she went public with the baby news. I don't know. I think that if you're any woman who agrees to have sex with Elon Musk, you're already fucked up. You already are an idiot. So I don't really have any sympathy. And good luck. Good luck. The article goes on to say if that wasn't enough baby mama drama, around the same time as that lawsuit, Musk's former partner and mother of his 3 kids, Grimes, pleaded with him on X to stop ignoring their child's medical crisis. And then they talk about how Elon is putting Nick Cannon's baby-making game to shame. That's a great question. How many kids does he have? How many Nick Cannon babies or kids? All right, yeah, he has 12. So that's fantastic. I mean, these two are just fighting it out. But wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. Unless if the only time I would think that any of these women who obviously have no self-respect, any of these women, in my opinion, the only time that they would ever come out of the woodwork and act like they're upset is if for some reason they're not getting enough money. That is the farthest I will go in this drama, is focusing on that, because I sincerely doubt that any of these women are hoping to get Elon to show up at the house and teach the kids how to play catch or ride a bike or any of that shit. I firmly believe that the only thing that they're interested in is making sure that they get what he said he was going to do, or they get a share of his billions or whatever the fuck. And honestly, I don't think that that's that bad of an idea. If you're Elon Musk and you are having random children with random women and you have no real intent of actually being a father to them, it would stand to reason that you should at least provide for them financially so that these women can take care of those kids. If all you want to do is be able to occasionally say hi to them or bring them into the fucking Oval Office. I think he brought one of the fuckers in and was telling Trump to go fuck himself. Now that kid is cool. Now that right there is being a great father. The fact that that little fucking 4-year-old had like on a top coat, he looked like he was dressed in clothes that his clothes alone of that little fucker worth more than my house. The fact that Musk brought him in the White House, and while Musk is telling everybody what the fuck he's going to do to the U.S., the little fucker is telling Trump to go fuck himself. Now, I don't mind that he only loves that one child. That kid, his name is X. He's like, I don't give a shit about any of these fucking kids, as long as this one rules the world when my time is done. And that is going to happen. He already told Trump to fuck off. Now, we all know Trump is going to serve several terms in office. After this one is done, he's just going to stay there and take over the next one. There will be no... He even said that. He says, you're not going to have to vote anymore. He meant it. Piano Fingerbanger says, how long before Musk has an affair with Melania? Absolutely. And Trump, he can say nothing. Once Joffrey Baratheon gets to an age of like 12, he will then start to rule the country. The little fucker that told Trump to go fuck himself. So it's going to go Musk to ex-Trump. Starman says, I'd like to see someone try that instant civil war. It's already in the works. There's nothing we can do about it. People have already agreed to it. What are you talking about? It's settled already. Where were you? My God. Molly says, do you really think Elon is going to give them more money than they need? That's his money. Yeah, I know, but yeah, you're right. That would mean that he has a heart, you know? And we all know he doesn't. He is the right guy for the job, by the way, when it comes to firing people. If you thought Trump was a juggernaut when it comes to firing people, Musk makes Trump look like a fantastic HR department. I'm just anxious to see what government agency is going to fall under the scrutiny of Elon Musk this week. Last week, it was all the weather people. Aram says, I don't remember how Joffrey was a Baratheon. Was Cersei related to the Baratheons? Well, you forget. Cersei was married to King Robert. And Cersei got pregnant with her brother's kid, but Robert thought it was his kid. So that's how he became a Baratheon. Robert thought he was a Baratheon, but he wasn't. He was the son of Cersei and Jaime. If you people haven't watched Game of Thrones or read the books, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But it's true. Great, great series up until the final 1.5 seasons. Man Bun Chris says, my mom is a parapro and she's worried that she'll get cut here with Elon in charge. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily something to worry about. I think he is more worried about federal employees, people who work for the federal government. If you recall, they wiped out the entire park service. There are no more national park employees. All the rangers, they're all fired. Like right now, if you've got like a lifted truck, you can just head over to Old Faithful. And they used to have an area that was all like you couldn't get over to where like the Old Faithful is because it's got like a crust from years of the geyser erupting. And it's relatively thin and not that stable. You could fall through it like ice. Nowadays, since all the parks employees have been wiped out, they've been driving on Old Faithful in like lifted trucks and monster trucks. And a couple have actually fallen through and they actually disappeared and the drivers of the trucks died. So it's fucking nobody gives a shit anymore. Okay? You're getting people going through the parks with AK-47s and shooting the all the wildlife. There's several bighorn sheep that have just been slaughtered and hung up on poles. It's quite a thing. Open four-wheeling in the Grand Canyon. I did see that story. You know those people that do the monster truck things at your local arena? That's a tour. Well, they've established like a permanent residency similar to Las Vegas in the actual Grand Canyon. So they are ripping the shit out of it. It's fucking terrible. Colorado River is all fucked. It's remarkable, man. And I'm here for it. I actually love it. I'm glad it's happening. All right. Well, congrats to Elon, you know. All right, some lady in North Carolina is in trouble. The story was going around last week, but I'm just getting to it now because I'm a little bit... I had a couple things I did late last week, which made it so that something had to get bumped. This got bumped. The girlfriend is pissed off at the boyfriend. They go to their storage facility. You know, you put the lock on it. You key in, get into the gate. You go, you drop your shit off. She says to the guy, hey, we got to go drop this shit off in the storage facility. Can I get your help? All right, yeah. And so they drive over there. Now, what he doesn't know, and it's not clear what she's pissed off about, but she's pissed off at him about something. We don't know what. It could be an affair. It could be, you know, took a shit and didn't flush it. Who knows? That's the actual place right there, number 43. They're like bringing the shit in, and she says, "Can you go back in the thing? I need to get that lamp. I'm giving it to my mom." And so he has to kind of get back. There's a lot of shit in there, you know. She makes it so if she takes off, which she does, he won't be able to catch up to her till the door closes and locks it. And she runs right out of there. She brings down that door, and then she puts the bolt across, locks it, and says, "Fuck you," and leaves him. And now this gets more crazy, and I guess, I don't know if she was hoping to get him to teach him a lesson or something like that, but she does not come back. Fast forward 4 days later, local 911 gets a call. It says, "We're having trouble playing this video. Please refresh and try again," which is pretty much par for the course.
911, where's your emergency?
I've been locked in a storage unit.
A shocking 911 call from a man who says his girlfriend locked him inside of a storage unit in Monroe last Thursday.
And I just now found my phone inside this storage unit.
The boyfriend told Monroe police he lost his cell phone inside of the unit and didn't find it until 4 days later. And that's when he called for help.
Okay, do you know which storage unit it is? Like, what's the name of the facility?
Cooper storage unit on Old Monroe Road, Monroe, North Carolina. 43.
Okay, now he sounds super stupid. So maybe, okay, there's got to be more to this story.
According to the police report, the boyfriend told police they went to Cooper Storage with his girlfriend, Robin Deaton, off Old Charlotte Highway to get something out of the unit. As they were looking through the unit, police say the victim told officers Deaton said, "This is what you get," before shutting the door.
Yeah, she double locked my lock, and I don't know how she put me in here, but she put me in here.
Police say the unit was filled with stuff and described it as a hoarder's paradise.
Wait, do you need EMS to come and
I don't know why that's relevant.
you out as well?
I just need out of here. I can't. I just can't.
I like how the operator says, "Do you need help?" No, I'm just calling to talk to you, asshole.
Breathe. I haven't had nothing to drink or anything.
Okay. This strikes me as a story that we're missing some details there. He sounded too stupid. And the thing about I just now found my phone, I don't believe that. If you are in that room and your phone is in there, are you telling me that you're not going to have a general idea where it is if you even set it down? I think that's a big fucking lie. I think this whole thing is bullshit. David says he deserved 4 days in the unit. He's stupid. Starman says the battery lasted 4 days. Good question. Maybe it was off when he got it, I guess. I don't know. That is weird. Back to the national parks being the playground for motorsports. Chris says, I just saw a picture of jet skis in the Grand Prismatic Spring. Yeah, I saw that too. A couple water skiers in there. Now, I don't jet ski or water ski, but if I had to do it, I would want to do it on the Grand Prismatic Spring. Patrick says he probably fell asleep drunk in there. Piano Fingerbanger says perhaps he has to reverse engineer the phone like Tony Stark in the cave. Starman says hashtag foul play. Corey says, did he throw it up in the air in the dark? Yeah, I don't know. But I don't believe what he's saying. I think that's a crock of shit. All right, in case you're just joining me, star on the blubber for Amanda 2 out of 3 weeks on her Jekyll and Hyde week. Jekyll and Hyde weeks, I should say. Which means that next week we'll probably get a, hey, guys, I've had some problems with these Weight Watchers frozen bananas. I'm only supposed to eat one, but I ate the whole box. Every day for a whole week, I'd eat a whole box of Weight Watchers frozen bananas. Guys, hey! I ate 2 dozen vegan cupcakes. It's good for me. Hey, guys! So, yeah, next week at this time, I'll be reading an excuse email from Amanda saying, hey, I just had to come to Jesus with my daughter. Hey, I got to get serious. Hey. Yeah, don't do that. Just have another consistent week. Just lose 1.5 pounds or 2. That's all you got to do. Tyler says the fucking fart noises make that impression absolutely perfect. I still don't know where that comes from. I don't know why that is. But if it makes you laugh, then I'm all for it. Poor Amanda. She's not laughing. She's like, I don't yell, hey, guys, and I don't go at all. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, now, be thinking of your asshole of the day in the chat. I need your assistance from time to time, and today is one of those days. If you need to have your trees cut down or trimmed in West Michigan, you call Kuiper Tree Care. Kuiper, KuiperTreeCare.com. In West Michigan, their phone number is 616-828-8225. Call and mention me. Fantastic group of individuals over there. They've got 3 certified arborists. God damn it. Arborists. That's so embarrassing. That's a free beer special. The difference is I acknowledge them when they happen. Okay? He just keeps going like an idiot. That's the only difference that you need. 616-828-8225 for Kuiper Tree Care. They can tear down the old trees. They can do storm cleanup, tree pruning, storm cleanup. I said that. Tree risk assessment and stump grinding. All things, well, this is going great, that they do at Kuiper Tree Care. Artificer is a D&D role. It is? Oh. Luke says storage guy. Is Luke a new person or someone that I knew in the past? I often wonder. I guess we'll never know. Anyway, one more. Do want to mention, let's see, Mario, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Buy now, refinance later. Reach out to Mario at 231-332-6505 from anywhere in the U.S. If you're getting started on the home purchasing process, you need to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Mario can help. Reach out 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Let's see. Do we really want to make it self-storage guy? Luke says, I usually only listen to the podcast and on Patreon, never live, I guess. All right. Well, I don't really have anybody, so we'll just make it the last person we talked about. Storage guy is your asshole of the day today. Bob says, asshole of the day, Tophus, for not showing up today. Probably still pouting. Oh, I guarantee you he's still pouting. He doesn't handle those things well. You know? Occasionally you'll get that. We'll be encountered with an audience member who takes this shit seriously. And what you need to do is whenever you have an audience member that takes shit seriously, you make it 1,000,000 times worse. Really lay it on thick when you discover that we have a person in the audience who is actually getting angry. When that happens, you dig in deeper. That's what you always do. That's what I want you to do with me if I ever get fussy. Okay? Corey says these people need to be beaten into submission. You're absolutely right. Yeah, we're not here to hold your hand through the podcast. I'm not saying that is you, but if there is anybody that is like that, you're a bitch. And you will be dealt with accordingly. Like the bitch that you are. All right. Another fantastic Fatathon Monday. I salute all of our Fatathon members. I will weigh in with you next week. Talk to you on the Patreon a little bit later on. You can sign up for free at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.